Good morning, fourth grade cello players. How's everyone doing? We are live. We are live and in color. That's from a movie, or not really. Saturday Night Live. How's everyone doing? We're going to get started in just a minute or two. Wait for some people to come on in and see how our lesson goes today. All right. Hopefully, you've got your instrument tuned. If you haven't tuned your instrument, I urge you to check out my tuning videos and really try to tune your instrument on your own. If you have individual problems, you can always email me. I'll try to troubleshoot them over the internet, in an email or something like that. But that is the number one step, is to get your instrument in tune, because on a lot of these things won't work out too well. But try your best to tune it, and if not, playing an out of tune cello is better than playing no cello at all. So no big deal. All right. So who do we have here? Clotaire here. Jenica's here. Great. I think we have about 8 cellos in fourth grade, so we'll see who shows up. But again, some people are really busy guys, so what they like to do is like to watch the video at a later time. Up to you as well. You don't have to come to the live streams, but I'd love you to. They will be every Tuesday at 11:30. Hope you can come. All right. So grab your cellos. You need your cello. You need your Essential Elements book if you have it. If you don't have it, don't worry. If you have it upstairs, go run and grab it. You can press pause and then come back in, or however you'd like to do it. So you need that book. You, of course, need your cello. Duh. Grab your orchestra music. I'm not sure we'll get to it. We haven't really gotten to our orchestra music in today's lessons. I've been doing other things. But if you have your orchestra music, grab that out. We might play it. We'll see. Not sure yet. And I have my iPad with me just to show you a couple things with tuning. We'll do a little bit of tuning in the beginning, because that's always an issue with beginning students. All right. The big tuners are pretty tough, Betsy. Sorry, that's your Ginny. So if you have some trouble with using the pegs, that is when you have to nicely ask your parents to see if they can help you tune your instrument. I wish I could be there to help you. I really do. I wish I could just come in, tune your instrument in 4 minutes, and then you could not even in 30 seconds, and you could be on your way. But unfortunately, it's just not happening that way. Oh, thanks, Jenny. Yeah, I have a really cool new camera. I have a cool new light. As you can see, you see that giant ring on my iPad? That is the reflection of this really cool light that is on my face. So that's why everything looks pretty cool. And you can see the different colors. I know you probably don't want to hear about this, but I'll just quickly show you my YouTube recording studio. I have all these microphones everywhere. I got this mic. I got a mic down here that you can't see. And what's really cool is I can even change the lights. So let's ask Jenica. Jenica, what color do you want those lights to be? And I will change them for you. And then we'll get started. Okay, promise. Maybe you want orange, or you want green, or blue. Yellow. Okay. Yellow's not the coolest color, actually. It's not so bright. Pink. Oh, do I have pink? Somehow I knew Kate would like pink. I have like a magenta. That's this is the closest to pink. Oh, that doesn't look like pink. Yeah, sometimes the colors don't come out too great. Yeah, let's go with this color. I think this is kind of a cool color. All right, anyway, enough of that. I can even make them change colors with the music. So actually, it's very cool. When it hears my voice, it changes the colors. So a lot of cool stuff, all for you guys, just to make your experience a little more fun and exciting. And everyone loves cool colors. All right, here we go. Grab your cellos. It's a little tough with the cello being really close to a camera. So I know that you can't see my bow. So there's a couple things I could do. I could move back so you could see my bow, but just tell me what you want to see. If you want to see my hands, then I'll just keep it this way. But if enough people want to see my bow, I can, I guess I could move the camera down, but then you can't see my face. So it gets a little difficult. All right. I'm just going to move my, did everyone hear the cello nicely? Tell me if you can hear my cello nicely. How does that sound? Yeah? Okay. Yeah, sometimes what happens is the notes on the lower strings don't sound so great. I quickly just want to rosin my bow. So make sure your bows are rosined. I also have this really cool monkey. This is the sock monkey. He lives on top of the bass, but I could actually make him live here. Nope, he's gonna fall off. All right, monkey's going away. Sorry. All right, rosin those bows. Okay. Rightio. So the first thing I want to do, guys, is I want to just do open string playbacks. Yeah, you had one, Jenica? Yeah, they're really cool. My mom made it out of socks. So anyway, so we're just going to do open string playbacks. So what I want to do is I'm going to play the D string or the A string, and then I want you to play the D or the A string. Okay? Very simple. Here we go. Ready? Go. Now move over to your A string. Okay. Let me know how that worked out for you guys. Were you able to hear me? Were you able to play along? Did your strings sound the same? If you've answered yes to those questions, then you're all set. Your instrument's in tune, and this is working really well for you. Okay. Now, don't forget, guys, this is why I love playing with a camera. I can show you exactly what we want to work on. Remember, 4 fingers over, thumb underneath. This is a great way to show how to hold a bow. So I don't put my pinky on the dot. I put it just above, but everyone's different, right? I have pretty long fingers. This finger here, and boom, we've got our bow hold. Okay, just get it close to this. Remember, the main objective here is this thumb is not that way. That's the worst way to hold your bow. We want it a little more bent. Okay? Good. So that's your D and A, open D and open A. I'm just writing down what we're doing here so I can put it on our YouTube video. Don't forget, this video is saved on my YouTube channel. So after this, if you love it so much, you could practice it again. That would be great. Or if you missed something, you can always like fast forward, rewind. You could slow it down. There's all sorts of things that you can do to help yourself. So we talked about tuning, and then we did our playbacks. Now, we are now going to do the playbacks, but they're going to be much more difficult now. All right. So we're going to play open D. or the first finger, or the third finger. So tell me these notes that I'm playing for you. Go ahead and write the names of those three notes in the chat. Yes, ooh, that's pretty close, Ginny. I played an A, I played a B, and what was that third note that I played? Yeah, that's exactly right, Ginny. There's a third note that I played with my third finger. So I'm wondering what the third finger on the A string, what note is that? Third finger, first finger, open A. Anyone know the name of that note? A, B, and actually it's C sharp. So it's our third finger. Hey, Jackson. Hey, Jackson. So our third finger on the A string. Yeah. So, all right. So we're going to play those three notes. I'm going to play them and I want you to play them back. So it's either going to be open A, first finger, or third finger for C sharp. So let's try that. Ready? I'm going to start with the A string first. And you play right after me. Close, Izzy. We're playing A, B, and C sharp. Here we go. So we're just going to start on the A string first. And you play right after me. Ready? Go. You're on the A string. Okay, so that's our A string playbacks. And if you remember to Mrs. Zimmerman's class, she does this a lot with you guys. She makes you sing back mi, re, do. Okay, sorry, it's a little high for me on the A string, but she makes you sing mi, re, and do. That's the same thing when you're on the A string here. If you have mi for your third finger, mi, re, do. Okay, that's one way to think about it. Now we're going to do it on our D string, and we're going to play now open D. First finger for E, and third finger for F sharp. So we're only going to play those three notes now. Okay, so now we are playing D, E, and F sharp. I'll play them, and I'd like you to play them after me. Okay, here we go. Start on your D string. We always start off easy, and then we get a lot harder. So start on your D string. Remember, the only options that you can play right now are D, E, F sharp. Here we go. Ready? I play first. Ready? Go. right, that's our little warm up there. Okay, so that's your open string playbacks, and then you're also fingered playbacks on the D and the A string. All right, so great way to practice. Practice with your listening, your posture, how you're holding your instrument, and of course, playing the notes right. I'm sorry that your bridge fell off, Izzy. I might be able to make a video on how to put your bridge back. It's a really, really tough thing, but I'd love you to keep playing your cello. Also, ask Izzy, what I would do is I would call the place that you rented your instrument from and see if they can fix your bridge for you. Okay, guys? And also, if you're going to keep saying the same thing, Izzy, I will have to mute you in the chat. We want to keep the chat to just questions about orchestra. If you have a specific question, you could ask it. But if everyone's just saying hi, 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 and putting lots of smiley faces, I can mute you or put you in timeout, which is not what I want to do. But we want to make sure that the chat is just for questions and feedback only. All right. So now let's start to play a couple scales. All right. So let's play our D scale. We're going to play our D scale. We're going to play our G scale. And then I'm going to teach you the C major scale 2 octaves. Okay. That's a tough one. So let's start off easy. And then we'll make it a little harder. Okay. So here we go. We're playing the D scale. Every note 2 times. It's going to sound like this. Okay, about that fast. Let's try it. Ready? D scale. Do you want to learn the A scale, Ginny? That's really, really tough, actually. So we can't get to that one just yet. But here we go. The D scale. Every note 2 times. 1, 2, ready, play. Okay, so that's our D scale. Those of you that can play the D scale really well, now we're going to try to play it in a round. So when I play my 3rd finger, when I play F sharp, that's when I want you to start. Okay, so we're going to play at different times. If you're watching and listening, I will tell you exactly when to play. Here we go. Ready? D scale in a round. So you're going to play when I'm on my 3rd finger. 1, I play first. Okay, ready? Ready, play. And then you should have finished there. Okay. So if anyone was able to play the scale in a round, please comment in the chat that you were able to do that and see how that worked out for you. Okay. So now we're going to play our G scale. It's the exact same finger pattern as the D scale, but you start on the G string. All right. So here, let's try that scale. Let's try to play every note 2 times, just as we did with our D scale. Here we go. So sit up nice and tall. Make sure you have good posture. Feet are flat on the floor. You have a great bow hold. That's super, super important. Okay. Yep, I heard you, Izzy. I can give you their email if you'd like, but I would try to email them. They would answer. They're not at the store, but they will answer emails. All right, here we go. G scale, 2 times each note. 1, 2, ready, play. and that was our G scale. Okay, so now the next scale that I want to go through is your C major 2-octave scale. I'm going to play it for you first. We've actually done this in our lessons. It's been a while, but just check out the C scale first. This is 2 octaves. If you can already play the C major scale 2 octaves, go ahead and play it with me. I'm going to play it every note 2 times, but this is just to demonstrate what the C major 2-octave scale looks like and what it sounds like. You start on your C string. Now go to your G string. This should be pretty normal, just kind of like a D scale. And now when you go to your D string, you have to use your second finger. Here it comes. And then your fourth. Now up to your A string. And then your second finger. And now we're backwards. Okay, so it looks a little tough. If you guys didn't learn this song, some people in the chat have been saying that they were not around during that lesson. Not a problem. I'll teach it to you right now. Okay, so use the same skills that you worked on with your D scale and just apply it to your C string. So instead of playing on your D string, D scale, now you are going to start on your C string and just play the 1-octave scale, starting on your C string, going up to your G string, and then backwards. So this is exactly the same as the D major scale. We just start on the C string. Let's do it up and down 1 octave. Every note 2 times. Now you're going to go to your G string. And let's stop on this note. So we've just stopped on our 4th finger on the G string. And now we're going to keep going up the scale. So we play open D. And then your 1st finger. And now low 2, 2nd finger on the D string. And then your 4th finger. So now go up to the A string, play your A string. And then your 1st finger. And then 2nd finger is your last note. And then you want to go backwards. All right. Okay, so that's the C major scale 2 octaves. So far, we've done a little bit of tuning. We did our playbacks. We did our scales. And now I want you to take out your Essential Elements book. If you don't have it, don't worry. I'll just talk about a couple exercises that I want you to practice. No, Ginny, the A scale is an advanced scale that we're not there yet. Just work on those 3 scales. That'll give you plenty of things to practice. Okay, the C major 2 octave is a tough one. So right now we're going to go to page 22, and I'd like you to practice for next week 78, 79, and 80. Okay, I'll write all this down in the YouTube description on the video. So if you rewatch this video when you're practicing, so we're going to try to do 78, 79, and 80. Okay, 78 and 79 are quite easy. You should have no problem playing those 2. But number 80 is a little tougher. That'll take you a little longer to practice. But try to work on these 3 exercises so that we still are good with our note reading All right, let's try. So I'm going to play number 78 for you. And then I want to talk about one more really cool thing. Actually, you know what? Let's not go to the book just yet. I want to do this other activity first. So I've been talking about this thing called a drone. Now, if you've ever listened to bagpipes, the bagpipes, you hear a drone. If you've ever heard an organ played, you're hearing these very low notes all the time throughout the music. Or if you've ever heard Indian music, lots of Indian music has drones. So a drone is something like this. When I play Boil 'em Cabbage Down, you can hear that one note always stays the same. Right, so you're always hearing that A. You're always hearing that note. So when I was playing that instance, I was playing this. But you heard the A the whole time. So that's why the drones sound very cool. Now, on the Google Classroom, on the main wall, I have attached the drone that I want you to listen to and that I want you to play along with. Okay, so you can download that drone. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put the drone into the microphone so you can hear it. So it does sound a little boring, but what you want to do is play your D major scale along with this drone. Okay? And so what'll happen is when I start playing my cello, you won't hear the drone. But what you want to try to do is play your D scale along with it. Okay, so that's something you can do to practice. And I love this. I call it wake up and drone. It's a beautiful way to practice in the morning. It's very meditative. It kind of sounds like, I like to think of it mindfulness and music together. Another really fun thing you can do with the drone is you can make up your own music, right? This is a perfect time in our world right now where we can just make up our own music. So, what are you going to do? You're going to pick a couple notes, maybe just the notes on your D string, and then you can play them with the drone and you just make up your own little song. And you can also start to play some different notes. So I know that's kind of tough to hear because I was playing it out of my phone into the microphone, and it probably won't sound too good, or you might not have been able to hear the drone and the cello playing at once. But what I want you to do is to go into Google Classroom, download that file, and try it out for yourself. Now, it's only going to work if your instrument's perfectly in tune. If you get it close, it might still sound great. But let me know if you do that. And if you make your own song, I'd be so impressed. Please record it and with the drone. And hey, you could be onto something. You could be making some cool music. And it's a really, really fun way to practice. All right. And you don't have to worry about notes and all that kind of stuff. All right, guys. So we're just about wrapped up. We're just about done with our lesson. I hope you had a great time. Let me know if you had a lot of fun. And if you like this, please make sure you like it. Of course, subscribe to my YouTube page. And also, we'll have this every single Tuesday that we have school. from our houses. And I hope to see you there. And if you can't make it, don't worry. You can always rewatch the video. Happy practicing. I miss you guys. I hope we can get back to school pretty soon. Thanks for coming, and see you next time.